Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started. 9:03, 9:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. A little bit late. I had to go down and get some water and stuff like that. But here we are, getting rock and rolling this morning on Taco Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, even better. Good to see you back. First half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, the altcoins, the indices like the NASDAQ SP 500. And then we'll take a look at probably the Magnificent Seven, and then anything else that catches our eye, stocks, crypto, etc. Second half of the live stream, definitely put in your chart requests early. Early birds get the worm, and then put in all the details, right? The ticker symbol. Let me know if it's crypto or stock, because some of the ticker symbols overlap. And then we will chart your requests on the second half of the live stream. Try to keep this a little bit shorter. I always say that ends up going like 50 minutes, 1 hour, etc. We'll try to keep this to like 45 minutes or less, Tuesday and Thursday of this week. And then next week, most likely no live streams next week, just because the wife is going out of town for work, and it's just gonna be me and the nanny. So I may need to, if I'm the only one taking care of the baby at night for like 4 nights, then I might need a little nap time during the day when the nanny is here. So we don't know, but I'm not anticipating any live streams next week, but we will have one on Thursday. That's the plan. So we'll go from there. Owl Art Tattoo. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you back on here. Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing today? Well, before we get into it, the last buy signal was over here on the 11th, right? And then the trending dots are starting to curl back up. And then you had a candle close taking out this pivot point over here. This pivot point took out this pivot point over here. So we'll see what happens. Things we've already talked about a million times. We'll cover it again just to kind of let you know what my thoughts are still on it. But before we do all of that, let's go over here and warm up the trigger finger. Looks like Kelly Bitcoin breakout pump. Yeah, for 9 months now, right? What else? Let's see. Come over here and smash that like button, hit the repost button, and come over here and throw in a quick emoji. Help me with the algorithms. I'd appreciate that. And keep the live streaming over here. Yep. If traders have a 5 to 10% chance of being successful, then you only have 3 options, right? Control your emotions. Easier said than done. But I think the biggest issue people have, you could have a winning strategy and you let your emotions dictate. Say your strategy had a 3-to-1 ratio. When you win 3 or lose 1, right? Well, if you get out early on the ratio at 2-to-1 versus 3-to-1, then that strategy has already been broken, right? It's already been broken because you're not letting it play out. You could be up 2, then you could be down a half, and then what happens is you get out early or late, and that 3-to-1 ratio never even was ever applied. You didn't let it get stopped out, or you didn't let it automatically take profit, right? So your emotions will control. So control your emotions, or they'll control you and your trading. And control your emotions and execute. If you can't do that, second option, quit, take on a new hobby, right? Quit and take on a new hobby. Or 3, just fully automate. Nowadays, it's not just the big players. Yeah, the big players have more sophisticated stuff, probably, most likely. They've been working at the full automation, probably 10 to 15 years at least, right? But that is another option nowadays with the technology catching up for the retail. So Control your emotions, or they'll control you. Execute those trades, or quit, take on a new hobby, or 3, fully automate. Pancho, good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. I say that to my daughter a lot in the morning. She's like, "What are you talking about?" I don't speak Spanish, but I say buenos dias to my daughter. Okay, that's about it. Let's get going over here. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I posted some charts. We'll cover all that. We'll cover all that. All right. So Bitcoin, bullish on the daily chart. This was a low. This pivot point took out this pivot point. Now, is this a higher low? Is this a higher high? It's trending that way, right? It's trending that way. So one of the things that we've talked about is that there's two thoughts, right? Are we going to have that full bull run similar to like the halving tracker, right? The halving tracker. Let's go over here. The halving tracker. So there's two thoughts, right? We'll do this. We'll do this live. I should probably be prepared for this, but I'm not. None of this is scripted, right? It's just what we think. You got the halving tracker. Is it going to play out similar to the halving tracker, where after halving, what would be 178 days after halving, price catches up to previous cycles? Probably not as lesser to the upside and lesser to the downside. That's what I've been saying for about 3.5 years now. Lesser to the upside, lesser to the downside. You can see it pumped way harder in 2012, pumped a little bit less in 2016, pumped less in 2020, and now will 2024 pump less again. Possible, right? So will it play out like that, or are we going to see the 2-week chart play out, right? Or are we going to see the 2-week chart play out? And the 2-week chart playing out is there was an RSI sell signal, right, on the 2-week chart. So will price come back and retest the 200-week moving average, or will the halving tracker play out, right? So, I mean, both could happen. Both could happen. But we'll see how it plays out. There was an RSI sell signal after RSI went above 85. So really two things on the macro. I stick to not day trading. I stick to swing trading the daily chart. But overall, this is what we're watching, right? Had the RSI sell signal April 2021. RSI came all the way back down. Still had a magnificent pump, right? And that's what we talked about. Even though there was an RSI sell signal, it doesn't mean we couldn't get a nice bounce or a massive pump and possibly even make a new all-time high, similar to November 2021, right? So it is possible that there's an RSI sell signal, massive pump, and price still comes back down the 200-week moving average, right? RSI sell signal, January 2018, right? Price came all the way back down the 200-week moving average. You can go back to 2014, RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart, and price came back to the 200-week moving average again. So what's going to happen? Those two thoughts. Either we're going to see another bull run similar to previous cycles and the halving tracker, or the RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart and the 3-week chart says that price is going to come back to the 200-week moving average. So again, it could be, let's see where we're at. It could be somewhere in between, pointing out the RSI sell signal, pointing out the RSI sell signal over here. So what am I talking about? What is it going to do? Could it make a new all-time high? So you had the RSI sell signal, price comes down, comes back up, and then comes back down and retests over here. Let's change that to yellow so we can see a little bit better. Change this to yellow so we can see it a little bit better, right? So we did talk about that this is a possibility after the RSI sell signal. So what if it did uh, come up, make new all-time high, similar to 2021, and then come back down to the 200-week moving average, right? This is possible. The reason why it's possible is I posted a few times already that there's about $1 billion worth of short liquidations around that $80,000, right? So you have so if it's not the Bitcoin halving, right? Maybe it could still possibly play out the Bitcoin halving too, but it would take a little bit longer. Say it takes out $1 billion worth of 3x, 5x, and 10x leveraged long shorts at $80,000. And then there are below $50,000. So let's just do this range right here, right? There's about $1 billion up there, and there's about, I don't know, I didn't count it, but it looked like visually there's about 3 to 5 billion. I know that's a big range. 3 to 5 billion, but just say that's one bill, right? At least. And this is like 3 to 5 bill, right? And all the way down to like $32,000. And you can see how price went below the 200-week moving average before. So somewhere in between, you got 1 billion up there. Those could be taken out, make a new all-time high, trap in some more longs as well, and then come all the way back down to the 200-week moving average. This takes time to play out, right? This takes time. This was like June, from that RSI sell signal, April 2021, price came all the way back up here and made a new all-time high, and it came all the way back down and retested 200-week moving average. So from April 2021 till June 2022, that's over a year, right? So over a year, it bounced, made a new all-time high, and then came all the way back down. So if the same were true from the RSI sell signal, you're looking at June 2024. What if it was like a similar time period where, came back down here like this? So bounces up, right? Makes a new all-time high. Does something like that, right? If it did that, then it could make a new all-time high up here at $80,000, wipe out the shorts, come back down, wipe out the longs or make them close their positions out. 3x, 5x, 10x. There's other liquidity maps as well, but those are more shorter time frames, like anything above 10x, 20x, 25, 50, 100x. Those are more like day trading and scalps, right? So that's what I'm kind of looking at right now. We're two thoughts. Could the Bitcoin halving play out? Even if it went up to $80,000, right? And then came all the way back down. That would take a long time. I don't know. This would probably not look the similar anymore if this scenario was going to play out. So we're somewhere in between. Could price catch up similar to past halvings? Or is this time different and the RSI sell signal similar to this RSI sell signal and price comes back down over here? So seems like this is a possibility where price goes up to $80,000, makes a new all-time high, gets all the $100,000 talk, gets all the $1 million Bitcoin talk again, and then comes all the way back down, takes out below the $50,000, and you see that the $3 to $5 billion. This is terrible writing, by the way. Terrible writing. Let's see. Let me just clean all this up. 3 to 5 billion, but you get the point. Back below there, and we'll see what happens. Or are those longs very, very fortunate, and they go on to all become so you got 3 to 5 billion worth of liquidations down there, and they all become multimillionaires, right? So it's possible. It's possible. But maybe not. Maybe not. So maybe something like that, right? Let's see. Let's get rid of all that. That's about 80,000. Let's see. Let's just go. Let's just make it orange. Just so something like that. And then you got 50,000 right there. So this would take out at about $1 billion of shorts, and this would take out about 3 to 5 billion worth of longs. So is possible it plays out like that. Really, it would be it wouldn't be up only for the next bull run, and it wouldn't necessarily be bear market. Well, I guess you would consider a bear market after it hit $80,000, but it's not the bear market of Bitcoin going back to zero or $5,000 like the perma bears always want to say. It'd be somewhere in between, right? It wouldn't be. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be going to 100,000 if this scenario played out. And unfortunately, or fortunately, for the unfortunately for the perma bears, price wouldn't go back to $5,000 either, like they've been calling for a long time. So they called for $5,000 all the way back here. This entire run up, they're calling for $5,000 Bitcoin, right? So this entire run up here, calling for $1 million Bitcoin, right? So somewhere in between. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. But on the daily chart, it is, as a swing trader, it is currently bullish, right? It is currently bullish. So it is possible, takes out all those short liquidations and then comes back down, takes all that down. Maybe it doesn't quite get that high. It's possible. But MicroStrategy, I posted a chart on this the other day. Is MicroStrategy leading the way as far as, first of all, I got to find it. Is MicroStrategy leading the way to take out all those short liquidations and then come back down? It's possible. But it made a new all-time high. Made a new all-time high, right? Took all those short liquidations out. That's a short squeeze for sure. Possible bearish divergence followed by a reversal candle, right? And if you look at it, the 2-week chart had that RSI sell signal with an epic bounce, right? 2-week RSI sell signal with an epic bounce, creating possible bearish divergence, and then possibly goes back down lower, right? So you had that RSI sell signal back here in March 2021. Price came all the way back down the 200-week moving average. So is that what's going to happen? It's way too early to call it. We don't know for sure, but I can tell you it's starting to look like bearish divergence on MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy did take out the former new all-time high. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how MicroStrategy plays out. It is possible that it took out that former all-time high back in March. It's possible Bitcoin does something similar and or puts in a lower high, and then we'll see if price continues down after that. So just be aware that MicroStrategy could be, although MicroStrategy could be leading the way to the upside, followed by price coming all the way back down and retesting over here, right? So it is possible bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. You got the 2-week chart that had that RSI sell signal, epic bounce we talked about potentially on Bitcoin months ago. Ever since the RSI sell signal, we talked about that as a possibility. We don't have a magic crystal ball. We don't know how it's going to play out. I think this is based off the weekly chart, but I don't really need that. It's possible it puts in bearish divergence on the 2-week chart as well, right? So if this puts in a lower RSI high and this puts in a higher candle close, right? That would be bearish divergence. And you still have that RSI sell signal, like I said. And then there was no RSI buy signal all the way until January 2023 on MicroStrategy, right? So we will keep an eye on MicroStrategy leading the way on that breakout to the upside. And we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, of course. See if it's lagging MicroStrategy, right? So if it follows MicroStrategy, we should at least see those short liquidations taken out, similar to MicroStrategy, taking out this pivot point over here, and then we'll find out if that was it and comes all the way back down. Woo! A lot of speculation today. That's what we do. We speculate, right? A lot of speculation. A lot of bears will be caught offside, and then a lot of bulls will be caught offside, and we'll just keep swing trading the daily chart, right? To the best of our ability. Whew, Caesar, good afternoon. Welcome back. G-Rod, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, G-Rod. Good to see you back here. Oh, that's Bitcoin. Should we just end it there? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Bitcoin dominance. Ethereum had the buy signal breaking out. It's hit 3 out of 4 targets already. This is the 4th target, but instead of drawing a target box, I drew the ellipse according to TradingView. It's called the ellipse. I call it an oval. So that's that. You got a gap at $3,000 on CME. See if that gets filled. Got a confluence area over here. See what happens over there on the Ethereum. Currently bullish on the daily chart. Solana, bullish divergence. Higher low. Higher low over here. 4 to 4 targets have been hit so far. You break through the 4th target, which is resistance, and flip that into support, then you could see a much higher bounce, possibly, right? So we'll keep an eye on it. Solana, Sand, bullish on the daily chart. Still has not even hit target 1 yet. Still has not even hit target 1 yet on Sand. Currently bullish on the daily chart. Near has hit 3 out of 4 targets to upside. Bullish on the daily chart as of right now. Filecoin, similar thoughts, has not even similar thoughts to Sand. Doc, you got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Daily chart on Filecoin looks similar to Sand. Has not even hit target 1 yet. Bullish on the daily chart. We'll see if it hits some targets over here on Filecoin. Mana, similar thoughts, has hit 1 target out of 4 so far, but there's 4 targets for a reason. We'll see if after this bullish divergence, the bullish divergence has not been cleared, in my personal opinion. Can't read that in a book. So a lot of quote unquote experts who sell courses out there get triggered, but this bullish divergence has not been cleared yet. In my own personal opinion, based off of studying charts obsessively. And so there's that. But Mana, bullish divergence, possible higher low, possible higher low. We'll see if it comes back up, hits target 1, then hit target 2, then hit target 3, and then we'll see about target 4. And then you got a 200-week moving average starting to form over here on Decentraland. So a lot of these coins are starting to become all grown up. What else? Algo. See, 30 minutes in, we're not even through the altcoins yet. Spent a lot of time on Bitcoin, but that's what you got to do when we're only doing a couple. We got to do reminders of what we're thinking, of what we thought, because we're not covering every single day anymore. Algo, similar thoughts. Cardano, similar thoughts. Dot, similar. AVAX, similar. Chainlink, similar. Fetch.ai, similar. Some of them have hit more targets than others. Some have not. So we'll see how it plays out. Rari, similar. Switch gears over to the NASDAQ. Still has not made a new all-time high on the NASDAQ. Still within this range over here. It looks a little bit different than, say, SP 500 and the Dow Jones, which did make new all-time highs. NASDAQ has not. Will it put in a lower high? Maybe, maybe not. It's possible. We've got a question mark down here. We've got a question mark. Will it make a new all-time high? It has not as of yet. SP 500 has, but RSI has not. So there's still bearish divergence on the SP 500. Dow Jones still has bearish divergence. This is all bearish divergence. Has not been cleared as of yet. So we'll see. You got this gap down here at 36,400. You got the 200-week moving average just below $35,000 on the Dow Jones. But bullish on the daily chart, making new all-time highs. These are just warning signals and what possibly could happen because, you know, it is overextended, but it can remain that way for much longer than what people think. Russell 2000, is it lagging, right? Is it about to make a new all-time high over here? Well, no, I take that back. It's not a new all-time high. November 2021 was. Is the Russell next to take out this pivot point over here? It's possible. It's possible. And if so, then is the NASDAQ about to follow, right? DXY hit 3 out of 4 targets to the upside so far. Bitcoin futures. There's that gap on Ethereum futures. Bearish divergence on gold. It's had an amazing run since the October 2023 pivot. Amazing run on gold. So is it due for correction? Definitely. Does it mean it's going to have a correction? Does not, right? It could continue to be bullish. The VIX is still bullish on the daily chart. The VIX is bullish on the weekly chart as of right now. The VIX is currently bullish on the 2-week chart as of right now. The VIX has another pending buy signal for the 3rd month in a row. Will it close with a buy signal? We don't know. Maybe it takes a couple more months. But after it was a pending buy signal over here, it spiked all the way to $66 and then left a gap open at $36. Something to keep an eye on. If it's pumping that hard, usually there's a correction happening. So keeping an eye on that. I don't know if we want to do Magnificent 7. Do we care? Do we care right now? Still bullish on the daily chart. Still in an uptrend on Apple. Still has not retested the 200-week moving average since January of 2019. It's a long time. G-Rod, snow pullback. Okay. Hut, still currently bullish on the daily chart. Had that last buy signal on Friday, right? Has still only hit 2 out of 4 targets to the upside so far. Have a tiny, tiny, tiny gap up here at $17.84. 200-week moving average up there. Bitfarm, not yet. Marathon Digital, still bullish on the daily chart, right? A low, possible higher low, breaking out to the upside. Yep. CLSK, bullish on the daily chart. They have a gap at 1326, which we talked about this whole entire chop. This is pure chop. It got top heavy, right? This is not much of a leg to stand on. And it came all the way back down and went below it, right? And even went below it. We talked about it all over here. Iris Energy breaking out after the bearish divergence, came all the way back down, possible higher low, breakout, buy signal on Monday. And here we are, some follow through. One target's been hit so far, drawn out from August 5th. And then we'll see if it hits target 2. It's trending that way. The probabilities are increasing. Target 3, target 4, etc., on Iris Energy. Posted that yesterday, I believe. Posted that yesterday. Let's see. Did I? Yeah. Yeah. Pending buy signal, $8.46. Breaking out. And $8.46. Now it's $8.93. So yeah, posted it yesterday. We gonna make it, hopefully. Cypher mining. That joke never gets old to me, by the way. Ever. Did it hit target 2? Oh, it did barely. Look at that. It just pierced it. All right, I'm going to do it. I don't care. No shame. No shame. I did not move the target, but I had to zoom in really far to see that it actually hit the target. So I don't love it. I'd rather change the target to green once it's fully in, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It toe tapped it. It spiked in. It's trending that way. It probably would do that. Cypher mining has hit breaking news. Cypher mining has hit 2 out of 4 shorter term targets so far. Target 1, target 2. Bada bing, bada boom. What else? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Riot still bullish on the daily chart. This must be an old gap. Don't need that on there anymore. Right. These are old targets. Gotta put some new targets on. Gotta freshen up the targets over here. Got the low. Got a higher low. Right. There you go. Why not? Why not? Why not? We'll see. We'll see if a bigger move happens or not on Riot, but it is trending that way. Hive, still bullish on the daily chart. MIGI had a buy signal yesterday as well. Move the higher low over here, right? So you got a possible low. Got a possible higher low on MIGI. Veritone spiked all 4, came all the way back down the trending dots after spiking all of that. It's AI stock. They're wild animals, right? They're wild animals. Lemonade making a move. Had the buy signal on Friday. Woo-wee. Got that gap at $22. Rock and roll. It is getting extended from the trending dots. So doesn't mean it couldn't. I mean, when it pumps, it likes to pump hard. Lemonade insurance company. Well, I also kind of think of this as an AI stock as well. I kind of lumped it in with all my AI stocks per internet sources. They've incorporated AI into every aspect of their business, so it's kind of more of a, and like 35%. I saw a statistic that 35% were all millennials, so younger generation. PayPal, been talking about, could be due for a little bit of a pullback. Got an RSI sell signal. It's had a great move so far. Longer term, I'm bullish. Shorter term, could see a pullback, right? Could see a pullback. Have bearish divergence followed by RSI sell signal. So a little bit overbought on the daily chart, but looking obviously none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for education purposes only, and obviously we try to find a little bit of entertainment along the way, making fun of me. But uh, uh, PayPal is bullish on the higher time frames. It's just the daily chart looks like it could probably have a little bit of a pullback on the daily chart. Doesn't mean it will, but it could. SoFi, wow, what a move that was. SoFi looking good over there. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Is getting extended away from the training dots. RSI is all the way up to 82, right? So even though it's getting bullish on higher time frames, I wouldn't expect it to go just vertical forever. You would expect, if it pumps hard, it dumps hard, then it pumps hard, then it dumps hard. So you just got to figure out what your plan is. Look at the 2-week chart, for example, the higher time frames, right? It is bullish. So you just got to know what time frame you're looking at. Ultra bullish on the weekly chart, battling the 200-week moving average, right? That's newly formed over here. So, but getting extended away from the training dots as well. So another one that could have a possible pullback in the future. So we'll see. See if my wife closes out that one. Labu, bullish on the daily chart. Had a buy signal a couple trading days ago. What else? Mm-hmm. Yep. They all look the same. Over there. What else? Google drew that out way back here, right? Drew that out way back here in September. Who knows if that plays out or not? We have no idea. We're just playing out for fun. Target. Nvidia. Never. Oh, it did make a new all-time high. Another candle close. Additional bearish divergence over here. Right? You got so much bearish divergence. Never made a new all-time high with the wick, but did have a higher daily candle close on the 14th. So yesterday. Not a higher wick. This could be a possible double top. This could be a possible, you got the bearish divergence. You got the possible pending reversal candle. If price doesn't take out that wick, then these targets are still valid. On Nvidia, down 4.75% today. See how it plays out. Tesla, gap down to from 232. Still bearish on the daily chart. Amazon, Microsoft, 10-year yield. Yep. Unity, AI, Square. I think I posted that one. Daily chart, ANF. That would be a crazy. But bullish on the daily chart right now on ANF. Disney, no. What else? T-Doc probably has a lot more bottoming phase to go through, but there is that big gap at $20. So that's why I drew all that over here. Could take a while. Yeah. What else? Snow. You want to look at Snow, G-Rod? Let's see. Where's Snow? There it is. So think I drew that based off the weekly chart, right? Could just take time for the ship to get turned around. Similar to PayPal, right? So you got the bullish divergence, then you got a bottoming phase, putting in higher lows, and then possibly come back up. So yeah, pull back, right? Pull back, but still currently bullish on the daily chart, kind of letting the trending dots catch up over here. And it could just continue to do that, right? So so if it was on the daily chart, it's possible it does like this, right? Who knows, right? Choppy, chop, chop, and then takes off to the upside. Just takes time for everything to get turned around, right? The weekly chart, then the 2-week chart, then the 3-week chart, then the monthly chart. So we'll see how it plays out, but that would be possible low, possible higher low, and then all of that, right? All of that. Who knows? Who knows? But that's snow right now. Yeah. Still bullish on the daily chart, but still bearish on the higher time frames like the weekly and all of that. So we'll see how it plays out. G Rod on snow. What else? What else? Is that it? Is that it? Well, we're right at 46 minutes. Okay. $67,000 Bitcoin. Take that out. Take that pivot point out. Remove all of these downside targets. Only 2 out of the 4 targets got hit so far. So if it does take out this pivot point similar to MicroStrategy, then I'd have to redraw the targets, right? So even if it came up like this, similar to MicroStrategy, I'd have to redraw these targets like that. And then if it did come all the way back down, right? So would be crazy to see, right? We don't know. Or is it more like the halving tracker where the cycles continue to play out similar like it has in the past? But we're good either way. Swing trade it up to the upside, swing trade it to the downside. So just as an awareness, this is a possibility. Maybe there's a short squeeze. Takes out about $1 billion on Bitcoin, short liquidations on 3x, 5x, and 10x. And then if it came all the way back down below $50,000, right? Then you're starting to look at about $3 to $5 billion in this area, right? There's about $3 to $5 billion here, and there's about $1 billion if it reaches up to this point over here. So, woo-wee. Who wins, right? Who wins? So, with that, hope everyone has a good rest of your day. We will see you on Thursday. No live stream tomorrow. We're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays as of right now. And then on Thursday, I'll remind you that we probably won't have any live streams next week just because, like I said, it's just going to be me, the baby, and the nanny during the day, and me and the baby at night, and the dog, of course, right? So I may need some nap times during the day. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we'll see how Monday goes. And if we're rock and roll, maybe I can jump on Tuesday if the baby cooperates and everything's good. But no promises. But we'll get through this week first, and we'll cover Thursday. Maybe I could even jump on the following Tuesday for like 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Do something, right? Do something. So with that, have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on Thursday. And thank you for all of your support. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next live stream. Continue to sniper the markets together. Adios.